Hey scholars and the Enlisted community, this is your favorite content creator, Enlisted. Before you watch this video, I have a very special important announcement to make. I want you, yes you, to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Thanks for watching Bungle's latest video, and enjoy this featured presentation on the Re 2001 CN, the newest premium squad in the Tunisia campaign.
Ladies and gentlemen of Bungle, hope you're doing well, and I hope you're having a great day. Today we are going over the RE 2001 CN, a premium fighter that you can pick up for the Axis in the Battle of Tunisia, Battle of Tunisia campaign. Now diving down to an overview, maybe ask yourself, Bungle, how do you go and get this premium aircraft? Well, pretty much you're gonna have to take out your mom's credit card and pay roughly $50 or 4,300 enlisted gold. This is a premium fighter for the Axis in the Battle of Tunisia campaign that comes with a fighter pilot with perks, so that way you can take it out and perform, hopefully, to your very best. Now diving down to the performance, the real question is, Bungle, how does the RE 2001 CN, how does it perform? Well, we're gonna talk about its primary armament, which is gonna be 2 times 20mm MG151 cannons and times 2 12.7mm Beretta SAFTA machine guns. So when we talk about the firepower of this aircraft, the primary armament, the cannons and the machine guns, these perform great. These will shred any Dauntlesses that are in the air, any allied fighters like a Hurricane or a Spitfire. It will just shred any opponents. The firepower in this aircraft is just amazing. It is great as a dogfighter. It is just agile, it is very quick, it maneuvers around the battlefield. It's kind of like a Ferrari in my opinion. I love it. It's great. Maneuverability, just amazing. The firepower on it too, just one kind of like cons though to note with it, is that you kind of get lower rounds compared to, let's say, the allied fighters. The 20mm cannons, you only have 120 rounds, and then for the 12.7mm Beretta SAFTA machine guns, you only have 700 rounds. So you got to keep that in mind with trigger discipline when you're shooting at enemy aircraft, that you could expend all your rounds pretty quickly, and if you're really not have good aim, or you're kind of just shooting an aircraft and just absorbing all your shots, you may find yourself expending all your rounds very, very quickly. Now, a secondary feature on this premium aircraft is the 250 kilogram JP-20 bomb. This bomb is actually very, very good at taking out enemy infantry and enemy tanks. Surprisingly, the 250 kilogram bomb just works great at tearing up enemy infantry as well as taking out enemy tanks. Of course, you're gonna have to learn where to drop the bomb and have good bomb placement and etc. But once you get the bomb on target, you will find yourself killing a majority of enemy infantry very easily, as well as destroying enemy vehicles and tanks. Now diving down to, is it worth it? In my opinion, I'm gonna say yes. Actually, for the full price, for 50 bucks right now, honestly, compared to the other premium aircraft that are currently in the Battle of Tunisia campaign, this is by far the best premium aircraft, hands down. For one, I think it's probably arguably one of the best fighters in Enlisted, just for the maneuverability aspect. It really is like driving a Ferrari compared to a lot of other fighters in Enlisted. Like I'm a big fan of the P-47, and honestly, I feel like this aircraft is just way better. It's just very agile, very quick, has really nasty firepower. The only thing holding it back, in my opinion, is just the amount of rounds it carries. But other than that, I mean, it performs very, very well when it comes to its multi-role capability of striking enemy forces. Sure, you only have one 250 kilogram bomb, so you have to learn where to drop it, where to aim with that bomb. But other than that, I mean, it performs very, very well. It's arguably one of the best premium fighters currently in Enlisted. Now, when we compare it to its other premium competitions, such as the BF-110, which is arguably just slow as molasses, that their cannon's kind of wonky, and roughly most of the times, I think it's firing an HE belt still. So when you're shooting at, let's say, a A-13 or a Crusader, a lightly armored vehicle, for whatever reason, the HE rounds are going to just be splashing off of it. So maybe that could be Enlisted and making Enlisted a better place. We can actually choose the layout, the rounds that we can take out into combat, because I preferably would like to load that with armor piercing so I can actually deal with enemy tanks, but I digress. When we compare it to the Beretta 88 PXI, which is basically a piece of crap in my opinion. That thing is terrible. One of the worst premium aircrafts in Enlisted, just because it's just slow, it has no firepower, it has 3 100 kilogram bombs that are just arguably just, it's a pea shooter, it's a flying pea shooter. So the only downside I see with using the RE 2001 CN is just the usage of aircraft in the Battle of Tunisia campaign. Because currently, right now, it really is a coin toss if you're going to find a match with enemy players actually calling in bombers, enemy players actually using enemy strike aircraft like a Dauntless or taking out a dogfighter. Like, it's very, very dependent on the matches. And from my testing, from my playing, I would say 75% of the time, you will find yourself taking out this aircraft and maybe engaging like a Dauntless or someone flying around in the Spitfire shooting at the ground, or a Hurricane, do something for the team. But other than that, you're not going to see any bombers being called in, etc. It's part and due that most players, if they're using the radio operator class, they're not going to call in the bombers because, to be honest, one, it takes forever for the bombers to be called in, and the respawn time on them is, lackluster. And the damage that the bombers do now are, they've been nerfed severely, and they also get kind of shredded easily too. They got weakened, nerfed, and all that. So this aircraft is pretty much for those interested in the market of buying a premium aircraft for the Axis in the Battle of Tunisia campaign. You can't go wrong with the RE 2001 CN. Other than that, first point of the video, new viewer, possibly new subscriber, I hope today is the day that I earn your subscription. Have a new sub and mash that like button. It does help me with YouTube algorithm. Returning sub, returning viewer, and let me know your thoughts. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.